when, for those of you that didn't get to experience this retreat or the talk, my dad was hit by a mortar and was very close to death. He recalls being saved and coming home when there were so many that did not make it. And I remember him talking about how he wanted to make sure that his life was not taken for granted, that somehow he earned his spot back home. It was on those same searches that for many of us, we learned the meaning of the word Palanca, letters of love. And if you were to come to my house and looked in my saved treasures from the past, you will find none other than the beautiful manila envelope that holds many Palancas from the past. Right there. And if you were to look in my envelope, can you hold on? If you were to look in my envelope, you will find Palancas for many people, but you will also find many from my dad. Just a snapshot of a man who was actually helping to run and sometimes running it himself when I was there, but who also took the time to write a several-page letter. I won't read it. A several-page letter to a daughter who adores him. In this time, we are bombarded with negativity in the written word. Things that people may write in a text or on social media sites that they probably would not say in person. It is definitely worse than when I was in high school. In this day, it is all the more important that we have things like this to read about ourselves. Words of love, words of encouragement from the people that know us best. These are the words that we can come back to when the world has left us on our knees again. And that is the beauty of the simple act of the Palanca. That is the reason why I'm sure I'm not the only one that wouldn't think of throwing these away. So can I get a cheer from anybody that still has their Palancas? Just going through them for this occasion left me with tears in my eyes and a full heart. The Palanca is just one of a string of reasons why my dad has been so good at this job for so long, from volunteering to actually running the program. I read recently in a Bible study I was doing something I had not thought of before, that hospitality is making space to love the stranger. I can't think of someone that personifies this more than my dad. He makes space to love the teens here at St. John Neumann. There is never a clock that pushes him to gloss over a chance to talk and joke with teens. There is never a to-do list that makes him say no to having a visitor from the past years of Agape. He is always ready to make space in his life to love others, new people in the program and old ones as well. Somewhere along the line, our culture has forgotten that. We've gotten distracted by SAT, by SAT scores, paychecks, sports practices, after-school activities, and so on and so on. In that culture, here is Doug Johnson, who looks at the kids here and says, nothing is more important than being with you right now. He doesn't say it with words. He says it with his complete focus and attention to being with you. And that is what draws teens to him. That is what draws my kids to him. It's what draws anyone in need of a little love to him. To go back to my Bible study for just a second, it continued on by saying that we invite people into a relationship with God by inviting them into a relationship with us. So as a youth minister, I can't think of a more appropriate quality than that of being hospitable and loving others with the deep love that is flowing from Christ in you. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Doug, for almost 40 years of loving deeply, for showing us all that we are important enough to make space in your day, no matter when and no matter where. I think you certainly earned your spot back